All right, we're in the Pacific Cup tournament. We're in the opening round in the rookie division. I'm in my 22 account, and I had an epic fail on the front. I mean, you got to be able to shoot minimum score. So, like, you can go for shots and you can be all whatever, but if you can't shoot the minimum score of minus 12, then you can't be going for shots. So, I'm going to go out. There are a couple holes that we can play to the right spot, but a lot of these holes I'm doing, there's several of the holes that you have to do a rough bump, but there's a couple of them that I could just go at without doing the rough bump, and I'm going to start just going at them so I can be close to the cup and see where I'm hitting. So we'll see. I'm gonna play for minimum score here, and there are a couple holes that I can be creative on, but I'm gonna quit dicking around and play for minimum. This hole, there was a shot from right here, and I think it was a decent shot where I ended up last time. I don't think I had the right club. I think I would have been better off with a Goliath or a big dog. Big dog. I think I have an extra mile big dog. I think that ball would be better. Extra mile big dog. Right there. Right there. Let's make sure that the extra mile big dog. I have a Grim Reaper in here, and the Grim Reaper, if I compare it to my Goliath as far as distance, the Goliath is definitely bigger. A little bit better ball guide. A little bit better backspin. There's some of these shots I think you can do with backspin and that little bit of backspin, but no topspin. I'm going to take my Goliath. I'm going to take the Goliath. I'm not in Goliath, but let's take it just in case. Just in case. I'm playing with the app. Let me plug all the stuff in here. Extra mile. And 10% on the drive. The power 3 ball. And the wind's blowing some direction. I'm sure of it. I'm 100% sure that when we get on the course, the wind will be blowing in some direction. I'm going to play this. I'm going to try and play it more like one-on-one, where I'm just like, hey, let's get up there, get in the hole, force a shootout. The deal there is that there's a percentage of the time that the opponent screws up on the drive, especially on those par 5s, and they screw up on the drive and they put themselves in a spot where they can't recover. And if you just play fairway to green, you're going to beat them out on the course. And that's like super easy. Like, it's super easy to get up there. So I'm just going to play like the super easy shot. And I think I might actually have a better shot at it. Just because these clubs don't have all the tools. Like, my opponent just fucked up on the drive there, and that's recoverable, but depends on the clubs. Like, the low level stuff, man, you get caught up, you're in trouble. I don't know. Right there. Put on 2 topspin. How much room I got? I got plenty of room. 2.6. I think it's 1.1 per ring. I don't have it in the. There's 2.2. It's 2.6. Hitting it perfecto. Just gonna play this like we were playing one-on-one, and just go out and just shoot the minimum score and play it different. I've been trying to play to get to the right spot, the same spot I am with my upper developed clubs, and the dropping the shot off of the one is not the whole problem, but I am taking a lot of risks on a lot of these holes, and you don't need to. So let's go back to the basics. You start dropping shit off the minimum score. See, that's the deal with the shot over here, is your second bounce is on the other side, and trying to get your spin right so that you can get to the cup can be difficult, because that sand trap's like right the fuck in the way. But trying to come at it from the other side where I've been coming from, the sand trap is off to the side. It might be worth going over there, because that kind of shit right there can happen. You hit that hill on the wrong face and the ball will take a dramatically different look at it. What do we got? 3-3. I'm in the big dog woods. Big dog 5. I'm gonna have backspin 3-3 at max club, 1.5 rings. Hitting it perfect. Whoa down. Do not put me any rough over there. Now these shots right here I will take with, I don't want them to change them, but like these shots are definitely a lot easier when you've got upper developed stuff. And these are the shots right here where a lot of these greens, you're right off the green like this, and just being able to get up there and get in is big. And when you have lower developed stuff, these shots can be very difficult. Especially for somebody like me, I do not hit perfect all the time, and with this Firefly, you have to hit it perfect. You can get close enough up there that you can hit a great to the left or the right, but like a lot of the distances I find myself in with this club, it's right on the edge where you really have to hit it perfect. And if you offset it, you can give yourself a great on one side or the other and a perfect, but otherwise you have to hit it perfect. I gotta hit this perfect. And I hit it one ring great to the right. Whew. If wind, I offset it, and if wind was not a factor, a great to the right would go in, and if wind was a factor, a great to the left would go in, by putting it on the left-hand side of the flagpole. And luckily the wind was not a factor. Or wind was that was close. So I'm saying you got to hit those perfect, and I don't always hit those perfect. I don't know what the deal is. It's going really slow, but my timing gets off on that club. Because sometimes when you're up with that club up very close and you've pulled the ring set up to you because you ran out your topspin, it goes to the other direction. It goes fast because the ring set's so close. It weirds out a little. Hole number 2. All right, I'm playing this hole with. I don't need to look too much, and I can't remember what ball I was using. I think I was using a Katana, and it was putting me. I think a Katana was giving me room on my red line, and I want to make sure and do 3.5 backspin, and I'm doing plus 20 to the cup. So let me put it in my app. Let me put it in the app here too. I'm using a Rocket. The Rocket. Yeah. Which way's the wind blowing? The wind's blowing that direction. So all I need to do is put in the wind, and I am ready to roll. 3. Okay, I did this on the front, and I only did 3 backspin. And it needs to be like 3 and a sliver. It needs to be 3 and something. 2 rings off in the front. But we'll see what the wind is. So if the wind works. So 4 wind. It's 3.6 at max club. There's max. There's min. So fuck, I'm at minimum club. So 3.2 rings. 3 and a sliver of backspin. Three backspin. .2 rings. If I can get the shot off in time. Hitting it perfect. Fuck. I tried to let it go on the first time by, and I wasn't quite ready, and it hit the flagpole. I wasn't quite ready, and I didn't think I had enough time for it to get back to the center. But that was close, and I don't know if I pulled it right, but I was in a rush right there at the very end, trying to get my spin right. That was too much backspin. But the 3, if it hadn't hit the flagpole, it would have rolled up to the top and got stuck at the top. I would have had to chip it on. There's a chance if it rolls a little too fast, it'll roll over that, and the sand's right there. A 3 and the ever so slightest of a sliver. That was definitely a minimum club with a freaking katana. It was actually see that, there we go. It doesn't take much. You don't have to have a lot of speed the way the course is terrained right there for it to go, that to go south. There's very little distance between being on the fringe and being in that sand. Gets another shot, and I don't know, like, did they ever start off where they knew where they were at and then they tried to do it, or are they just like winging the original setup? That's why it's so important to like aim and go to the cup, like see what the shot looks like, go into the cup, and then do your wind adjustment. But so many people, they set it up and then I don't know, I have no idea. That shot looked like it was going to do exactly what it did. Hole number 12. What is hole number 12? All right. So the deal is, the smart move for this account, because I was like right here and I could barely get over with my rough iron to get up, and I couldn't get up there with this account. My rough iron's it's a short iron, so like this is the short iron shot. So I'd have to get way down there to do it, and that's not possible with this count. So like I've got to get right to the very tip to try and get this shot going over, where I get a little bit of a window right here with my big dog to run it up to the cup. So let's see which way the wind's blowing, because if it's a headwind, okay, that wind's not helping or hurting us. It's pretty neutral. It's kind of helping us because on the second shot it's blowing us onto this. So if we do find ourselves a little short in this corner, at least we got wind. It may slightly be helping us. But I really think that the way to do it with lower level stuff is to bring out a power 4 ball, not for the drive, but for the second shot, so that you get up here in the range so that you can go at it, and instead of bringing out your big dog, you could bring out your Viper just strictly for the second shot and play it safe and enhance this hole with a bigger ball. But I don't know that I have, and I'd really want to take this shot with a quarterback. Do I have a quarterback and a Viper set up? I guess that's the only quarterback bag I have. Let's switch that up. I want a quarterback and a Viper, and I'm going to bring a power 5 ball. Quarterback and the Viper. It gives me best ball guide with both. I think the Verizon's got it, but the Viper gives me other tools. We'll see which one hits the farthest. What do I have for Power 5 balls? I know I don't have that many of anything. This ball doesn't really help me. Like, it'd be a waste of the topspin boost. That's kind of an enhancement ball for this account. And a Power 4 ball, I don't know, is enough to make up the difference for bringing out the Viper. The Viper's downfall is that I am losing a little bit of distance. So I'm going to bring out, I got 4 of these. I'm going to bring out, well, I'm going to use this one. I use the Berserker. Quarterback, Viper, Berserker. I'm just going to play it. Hey, in one-on-one I would play this with a Marlin, and I would try and drive my Marlin as far as I could, because I couldn't make it with a Marlin from up at the top. I'd have to bridge over, so I'd bring my big dog and I'd bridge over. Because I think my big dog might have enough topspin to bridge over from the lower fairway and get a run at the cup. Try and get into my wedge range for the shot to the hole. I'm trying to think about how I would play this in my 22 account. There's several different ways that you could play it depending on the clubs. How I would play it in this. Well, I am in my 22 account, dumbass. How would you play it in this? This is how I'd play it right here. I don't need that ball for this shot, that's for damn sure. I'm going to pull back to like the plus 4 mark. I'm gonna put 2 and 2 on it. And I'm gonna push it up to where that looks right. Right up in there, 4-4. Should be, if I don't do a straight up adjustment, it should be 4 rings. And I did like 4 plus 1. Isn't it perfect? Now it's all about the spin, whether I put enough spin on it so that I stick it down there and get it as far down there as I possibly can to try and get into make sure I'm as deep into my Viper as I can possibly be. And we got a Viper shot. I need to do Woods Viper of the Viper 7 with a Power 5 ball. And that's gotta be, fuck. Alright, I'm ready. All I need is the wind. And I'm definitely gonna be at max. I'm not going to be close enough up there to do this, but it's always nice when you can get up there and put on a little bit of backspin, but I won't be that close. Nice. Nice shot. That dog will hunt right there. Now, they brought a smaller ball out, and they needed every bit that they could. But I want to get this with the Viper without any overpower. I'll pull back a little bit from the red line. 4-6, 3.4 rings, and I'm going to put on all of the topspin, which isn't going to be enough. Let's put on all of the side spin, or at least one, and all of the topspin. And I will get up right up to it. 4-6. 3.4 rings. Right along the red line. I'm going to put just a little bit of overpower on it. Not enough to make the needle go any faster. And I hit a 1-ring grate to the right. If I was going to hit a 1-ring grate, that side is better because it puts me away from that sand. A 1-ring grate to the left, with the accuracy of that club, there's a very good chance I would have ended up in the sand. I was right in the edge. What I should have did was put on both side spins so I could have started more at this angle coming through. And hopefully my bounce 1 would be here and my bounce 2 would be in front of this area, which kind of takes this out of play. And so a grate to the right wouldn't hurt me and a grate to the left wouldn't hurt me. But on the shot that I set up right there, a grate to the left, I would have been in trouble. I was being a little risky. My opponent got up there very nicely. Nice shot. Nice shot. And they did it with a power 1 ball, and I did it with a power 5 ball. And I haven't done anything yet. I still have a shit ton of work to do. Getting it perfect. Hitting the flagpole. Came in on the right hand side of the flagpole. Wind was a little factor. I started off on the inside of the flagpole, so you'd think a 3/8 wind would have put me like right on the flagpole or right on the left hand edge, and it hit on the right hand edge. So here we go. Hole number 13. Hole number 13. It's amazing that I cannot remember these holes. Now, this is a hole that we are taking a chance on, and the last time I was here, I had to take this shot with the fucking wood, and I didn't get enough distance up here in order to get into the spot with my Goliath. This is another one of those holes that on the weekend round, bringing out a power 4 ball. Well, it depends, because if we have a headwind on that day, you won't have any room to work it out. You may not have room to work out headwind. So if it's headwind, the wood works fine, but if it's tailwind, you're kind of screwed. Let's see which way the wind's going to blow. That's going to be tailwind. So, and on the shot that's going to the cup, in that angle, the wind's blowing. The wind's blowing across the course like this. So that means if we get out here, this is our angle to the cup. We're going to have to pull. This is where we'd want to be in this spot, and we could pull where we pull over that rough area, and we can side spin it around. But it definitely takes, I think it takes like 1 backspin on the shot, like 1.5 backspin. And I brought the Horizon last time, and it doesn't have any backspin, so it only has topspin. I put topspin on, and I ended up over here. This is I think this might be the putt I missed. Maybe not, but I don't want to end up down here at the bottom. I've ended up down here at the bottom a bunch of times, and that's not good. But I think I've been doing that with topspin. The only other way to come at it is to get on this island, and you can, if I suppose, and this is how in one-on-one I would do it with the Marlin if my red line was in here, is I come over to this spot or this spot in particular from here, and I come out and I use backspin, side spin, and curl, and try and bring it over to the cup. Now the cup is uphill, so it goes like this, and the flagpole's up here, so you're coming in at this direction. You almost want to use this backboard to kind of flush yourself out and pick up a little bit of distance to try and wash out at the top, but that's hard unless you got a lot of curl, and I don't think I have a lot of curl on any of this shit. I almost think that might be the better way to go at it, just because I do end up having to do that a lot with a lower power ball. With an upper power ball, and I want to play with that right there. I think I can play this with my quarterback. Let's go pick a bag. Damn it, I got so many bags going on here. I've been trying out clubs. Quarterback, and what I really would like, I need a big hitting, I need something that goes from the Goliath. So 177, its minimum is at, how much red line do I have between the big dog and the Goliath? The Goliath max is 135, so I'm pretty close. There's not much of a red line between the Goliath and the big dog. So it's definitely got to be a Goliath. Well, there isn't really between any of them, but I think I need backspin. I could use a Viper. I could. Got a little teeny bit of topspin. Whatever it is, it's a little teeny bit. I'm going to use a Viper. I'm going to use that bag right there. And I'm going to use a 3-power ball, because a 3-power ball will make sure that I'm right in that zone. Well, let's think. If I bring out a 2-power ball on the drive, it forces me to do the shot every time with the wood. No matter what, and it's at minimum club. So it's at minimum Vipers 2-2. I'm going to bring a Katana, because I think what would happen is I'd have to bring out a 4-power ball, and even if I brought out a 4-power ball, there's some days that the 4-power ball wouldn't work with this club set, but this will put me right at minimum club every time with my wood in that bag. Now let's make sure, just in the fucking shits and giggles, and the Saturn will work. Well, let me bring a Goliath. Just in shits and giggles that I can't get there with the quarterback, I can bring out the extra mile. I might not be able to get there with the quarterback. That's a question. That is a question. We're going to find out. We're going to find out the hard way, but we're going to play, if we're playing the rough bump, let's commit to a club. Let's not be doing this in-between thing. And I'm committing to my Viper. If I can make it with this, can I? Let's not make that hard on ourselves. Two side spin. And 2 rings off. Let's put 1 side spin. 2 rings off. 4-4. I'm going to do 2 rings. That'd be 4-8. Oh, I'm in trouble. Big trouble. I might have had 1 ring great on the up, but not 2. Big ass trouble. Big. And the clubs, the secondary clubs in this account are really, really bad. A 1 ring great, I would have been high up at the top, and I might, if I got on, I might have ran off the front, and a perfect put me right here, and a great to the left would have put me dead center in the middle. And that was a 2 ring great to the right. You can go back and watch that. It might have been 1 ring, but like the way that, in my mind, it was, if it was only 1 ring, it was on the outside of that ring right next to 2. I suppose if we really wanted to get fancy, that might be, I don't know that there's a shot from out there. Well, there's definitely not a shot from there. Is there a shot from there? no. I mean, I don't have a shot from here. The wind might push me up to that spot, maybe. I'm gonna see how much curl this club's got on it. And I clipped the rough right before. I didn't even make it out of that. Wow, I did make it out of that. I'm trying to give myself a look at it. Trying to play it safe. Trying to go for the safe shot, the rough bump, and forgot that it was one shot at a time. I might be able to recover from there. My opponent does have a nice little recovery right there, but they got a level 9 Malibu, so they got a lot more distance than I have. And if they have a level 9 Malibu, they have a level 1 Spitfire, and, well, maybe. I'd be using the Spitfire. As soon as the Spitfire gets 120 yards, if that's a level 1, and I think it is a level 1, that looks like a good club to me. It sucks around the green, and like there's times when it'll be bad. It doesn't have whatever at level 1, but it has 120 yards. Like that shot that I did right there, I could have still did the rough bump. Like I know it's like I could have put no spin on it and just did the rough bump. But here we got a Firefly shot. Power 2 ball. Wind's going in that direction, and we've got a 2-8 wind. And how much, where am I at in my club? There's max, there's mid, so I'm in mid club, which is 0.6 of a ring. Where did that put me? Right, that looks about where I had to put it. Oh, and I fucking hit it great. Oh, and I hit it great. I just missed from that distance. Great right. It had to be perfect. Had to be perfect. That's 2 shots. I dropped a shot on the front and I dropped a shot on the back. Off the minimum score, just fucking around. Jeez. I could have went out here and not even known the holes and just taken a Marlin and did better than this. All right. Damn it. Dagnabbit. What the hell are you doing, dude? Do you know how to play this game? Do you remember? Do you remember how to play? I thought I had the rocket bag, but I thought I ended up in my Horizon. And what I need to wait until that Horizon gets like 1 backspin or something. A little something. I think once again I can play this with my Viper. I get better ball guide and I get some control and get the stuff. Hey, I wanted to pick it, select it, not just look at it. And I no clue. I'm going to take the Katana. I still have it picked. If I need, I'll bring out a bigger ball. That really irritates me. Like shit. Like how bad can that be? This whole round is a failure. If I qualify with a 22, one of my teammates asked, they were like looking at scores for somebody, and somebody shot like a 12 in the opener and a 24 in the 26 in the, or 26 in the opener and a 12 in the qualifying, and then popped out a 30 in the weekend round. It's like, how could they do that? Other people playing accounts. But the thing is it could be somebody that are just on their game. They got their shit together. They finally got their shit together on that last day. Viper. I'm playing with a Viper. The Viper. 4.2, 4.2, 2.7. It feels like it's 1.5 backspin. 2.7. There's the 2.7. I'm gonna have to lean just a little. Getting it perfect. I could have set that up just a little better. Oh, see, it's gonna roll down and give me the long putt. Well, I haven't had any luck with my Firefly today. I've missed 2 shots with my Firefly. Those are the 2 shots that I've dropped are the ones I missed with my Firefly. So maybe my putting's not so bad after all. I should be doing the rough bump from over here because I think this one's safer and not what my opponent's doing. Although that might be good. Oh, that is brutal. At least I've screwed up. My minimum shots have been total errors on my part. Like I missed the shot with the wedge, or I missed the putt. But ending up in the rough, I haven't had any of those. I haven't had to do any recoveries. Well, I say that, but the last hole I did have to do a recovery. I take that back. But it ultimately failed. The ultimate failure on that was the drive. And it just culminated. I wasn't able to Ben Hogan my way out of it. 2 shitty shots and a great shot is still eagle on a par 5. All right. Did not get anything going on that hole. What is the next hole? Which way's the wind blowing? That might determine what we're gonna do, maybe. We got, all right, that wind's not bad. I really do want to bring, like, I don't think I'm in the area where I can do the rough bump. So, like, I'm going to just bring my Viper. It gives me a little more overall rounded tools. So, do I have an extra mile Viper bag? I do. I'm just going to bring a Titan. The wind's not going to really help or hurt me. Extra mile. Extra mile. Plus 10 on the drive. Par 3 ball. Wind's blowing kind of like that. Is this going to be like headwind, side wind on the drive and almost due tailwind? Well, not quite due tailwind on the second shot. I'm going to slightly pull back from the red line, just ever so slightly. 3-0. 1.6 rings. There's 1.6. That puts me a little over half a ring into power. Slight bit of overpower with the grate to the left, and the grate to the left is problematic on like the third bounce, like right here. If it bounces through, and still having enough room. Excellent. I actually picked up a little bit of distance there. I'm actually in the spot where I think if I had the big dog, I might be able to do the rough bump. This is going to be due side wind. No, not quite. What was I doing to the cup? I can't remember what I was doing to the cup on this one. What do I have? I have a Viper. A Viper. I'm doing this second shot here from over here, trying to come at it. Four two. One's going that way. 3-1. 3.1 rings. There's 1, 2, 3, 1. Hitting it perfect. Perfecto. It's gonna come in there super hot. It'd have to hit the flagpole. It might help me if I turn my grid on, so let's turn my grid on. It can't hurt. Sometimes it does. Sometimes, even though I have my center line is green, so it matches up with the background, and it's kind of, it doesn't stand out so much, so that it's, sometimes when you're trying to set the, especially those long the shots that are far away and downhill, and you're trying to get to the right spot, it adds one more thing. The center is super cluttered with all of the, hey, you're using a Sniper 10. Like, thanks. I knew I was using a Sniper 10. Dumbasses. Do we need to clutter up the screen with that? Do we need... It's been in the game since the very beginning where your opponent's avatar is on there. But does it really need to be on the screen? Perfecto. I don't like those long putts. That's the whole deal about going at it like that, is getting your spin right, and they ended up coming in too hot. Long putts. Clubs with better ball guide. What happens is you have clubs like this, and then you get clubs with better ball guide, and then you don't trust it for a while. Especially when you get that club that for the first time that has over 4. Hole number 16. Hole number 16. Is that hole number 7? Is that really the hole? This hole, we have a serious shot at it. We need to get into this spot so that we have the lane. Last time we had a headwind, and even with a Power 5 topspin boost ball, I hit it great, and I ended up behind the trees. But even if I'd hit it perfect, I still would have ended up behind the trees. Like, the headwind, like, killed it. Which way's the wind blowing? And we've got tailwind this time, so I'm gonna bring out my, I need the runner. It's the shot for the second. I need an extra mile. I really kind of, if I am in my long iron range, I'd really like to take this shot with a Saturn, because the Saturn's got every freaking tool available to me, and I'm comfortable playing with the Saturn at its 1.9 per ring, 2.0 accuracy. Alright, and I'm going to bring out a big ball. This is the hole that's worth bringing out some, because I could make, this is a hole that if I can hit the drive into the right spot, I have the same exact second shot. And it's whatever the wind is, wherever the hell I'm at on my club, plus 0.1. I'm not so sure it shouldn't be plus 0.15, which means that you round up wherever you're at, and then you add on 1. So if you're at 1.83, you'd round it to 1.9 and add on 1. And that's pretty much what I think it is. If I can get to the right spot. This is definitely one shot at a time. My opponent was super nonchalant, and that wind is fucking scary. Because like if I do overpower, that wind is going to push me down there like 60 times more than the wind is blowing. And my opponent's down there, but they're behind the trees. There is a lane right through there that they can hit if they're in that spot. that area. And it's a 2-2 wind. There's 2-4. I'm going to add on a half a ring. And I'm going to put all of the forward distance back in. And then just hit it straight forward with rubbing the nubs over power. And I hit it one ring great to the left, and that I don't think will hurt. I think that'll actually help the shot. Because it may separate me just a little bit more from the tree and give me a straight up shot at it. Alright, I'm in my runner, and I'm in max runner, and I'm doing 0 to the cup with a power 5 ball, and the wind is going to be blowing this direction. It's whatever this comes up with, rounded up plus 0.1. Here we go. I am in minimum. I'm in maximum runner. Max runner 3, 2. It's 1.9. It's 2 rings. Do I have enough backspin to stop me? Do I have enough side spin to get me over there? It's 2 rings. This is where I'm glad I turned my grid on. 2 rings. Oh, and I hit it great to the right. If I was going to hit it great one way or the other, that was the way, but oh man, that was right fucking there. All I had to do was hit it perfect. Oh, that's a shot to pick one up on right there. Damn it. That I'm not sure that there's any super low hanging fruit, but like if we were going to go out and pick something off the course, that hole right there gives us a shot at it. And to get to that spot with the drive is not impossible, but it is definitely you gotta work at it. That's where a precision ball right there would come in handy, but you're not going to get precision and topspin boost on the same deal. And with these clubs, the only way I'm going to get out to that spot is with topspin boost. Damn it. Missed an opportunity. All right, 17. Hole number 17. I still have opportunities here. I am just, based off of the qualifying round, I'm not going to be surprised if a 22 qualified, but like, holy shit, like the minimum score here is really not that hard, and I keep jacking it up. So if I can just go out and play a clean round, there are opportunities to pick shots up. This is a rocket shot all day and twice on Sundays. But I can't remember what club to bring or what ball to bring. But this is definitely the rocket bag. The rocket! Yeah! Pretty sure I was in a rocket. And my big dog's got the most backspin of any of my 38 versus 35. But I'm pretty sure the rocket with the 52 backspin was the club. And it almost felt like it was a katana. And we got a headwind this time, so I may have to switch. I may just start off with a Titan. So the curl's not going to come into play. So let's put this in my bag here. I got a power 3 ball. I'm going to do I have any notes for this? Club +1. I have the clubs, but I don't have any what I'm doing. So I'm going to do 30%. With the power 3 ball, with the wind blowing in that direction, I'm ready to go. Ready. Plug in the wind and hit it. level 7 rocket. Let's hope that's it. And maybe I was no, they got an extra mile with a Quasar, so we're taking this with our driver. And the rocket hits so far back as far as distance, especially with a level 9 extra mile. It has the distance up here, but with a rocket, shit, with that ball, I don't even know if I could make it to that spot, which is what, a fucking point, maybe 20%, 0.2 rings away from the sand on their pull. So if they under pulled this, they're automatically in that sand. There's no way I'd want to be that close to that sand. No way. No way. I'd want to be at least 2 rings away from it. At least. You're hitting in front of the trap, and then you put the trap back in play. That's what we call not good in the business. I'm going to be right. I'm going to pull back. That's the +6 mark. Max backspin. I'm just going to put on max backspin. No side spin at all. And the wind is 3.5 rings. I don't know if I have enough room. There's 3.5. Getting it perfect. Still, I did not pull that weight near enough. Near enough. I should have did that like 50%. I think it left me a decent putt though. We'll see. We'll see. I don't like those long putts. And evidently, based off of today's rounds, I don't like the short chips either. In the hole. In the hole. Ball. Alright. Hole number 18. Hole number 18. Shit. I just can't believe that right now, like obviously, like not many people have qualified, but I'm going to be down. It's going to be tight whether or not this qualifies if I get the eagle here. So like just like fuck. I do think I like the shot from here. And I did still have the rough bump coming at the cup, but I'm going to bring a power 3 ball with my Viper, and maybe it'll get me into the spot where I can take the rough bump, and maybe it won't, but we'll see. I'm just thinking out loud here. I really would like to take that rough bump. The only way I could do it is if I brought out a bigger power ball, not for the drive, but for the second shot. And I think I've established I don't have any. Well, I do have one of those power 4 balls, right? And it has precision. That might help me going in. Let's take that. That way we can take that bag right there. That bag. Let's set up. I'd really like to take that drive. And I don't think the long iron is going to come into play, but if it does, we'll bring a Saturn. Quarterback, Viper, Saturn. That's what I'd really, really like to take the drive with, but I don't think it'll get me down there. I don't think, and the quarterback I don't think has enough topspin right now to get me. It's lacking distance, and I think I'll have to use the number 1 bag. The number 1. Hopefully. I know that if I can't get minimum score with better balls, I'm going to come out here with the fucking Marlin and get minimum score. Because like in tournament, in one-on-one play, the whole deal is to play this whole whatever the smartest way is to get minimum score, to go out there and get your birdie or eagle and go home. And that a lot of people will come out here and duff their drive, and if they don't have the right secondary equipment. In my 77 account, I can go for a lot of these shots, because if I get caught up, I can recover. I have freaking long iron recovery clubs. Right now I have short iron recovery clubs. I want to do exactly what my opponent did, but maybe get just a little bit. I want to get to the bottom of that bowl. And they did it with a Marlin. So, like, come on. I should be able to get it done with this. And I can use my quarterback. I'm right at the red line, but I can use it. Two rings is 2.2, so I'm going to do 2 rings. Just a 2. And I'm going to lean just a little. And I still hit it fucking great. And that second bounce will clip the rough right here. And then bleed out. I was actually, that bowl right there in front is where I was going for. So I'm kind of where I was saying I'd want to be if he was hitting. I was trying to spin the ball around the corner so I'd have, if I had a shot at this rough bump, I had a straighter shot at it. But I don't know if I have enough distance to get up there, especially with this wind, because that is a little teeny bit of headwind. But I'm definitely going to be in Viper range. And I'm doing plus 30 to the cup with a power 3 ball. And the wind is blowing like that. And I've been breezing by it, and I like my opponent's speed right there. See the rough bump coming up, and I don't have quite enough distance to get me there. I need to be like right up in the front. Not much more distance, but a little would be helpful. Let's see if I can get. Let's see what. I'll put my maximum spin on it. And we'll see how low down this hill I can get and make that work. .24. It's 1.9 rings. There's 1.9 exactly. Hit it perfect. I brought that ball just for that, and I hit the last shot perfect. So we gave it the old college try, and I came in too fast. Over the hole, though. Just a little too much. A right idea, though. 30% right to the cup. Needed like one backspin on it. One more backspin, or either one less topspin or one whatever, one something. One in the downward direction. Now watch, the needle speed will go faster when it's up close. And that needle speed is easier for some reason than when it's farther away, it goes slower. And it throws me off. At least it seems that way. It could be exactly the same fucking speed, but you're closer. I have no idea, but it seems faster. Now, I have no idea whether that's going to qualify. We'll find out. I will not open this account up until Saturday, and we will see if it qualifies. But, like, I just can't believe that a 22 is going to get me in. I mean, really, in all honesty, like, this course really is an easy course to get minimum score on. If you just go out there and you just play for a minimum score, you're not trying to pick anything up. But if you're going for a lot of these shots, there's definitely opportunities to get in some serious ass trouble dicking around. And the ones I will say in my defense today, though, the ones I missed were I did not hit the shots perfect with the Firefly, and that was the downfall on both holes. But I think there's at least one hole. What is that? Hole number 7. Yeah, this hole right here, that if we can put ourselves into this spot right here and hit this next shot perfect, wherever you're at in your club, plus 1.5. it's right there. It's money. You could practice that hole once to see if, like, you could work out the second shot and make sure with the wind that day. But that shot right there, this is some low-hanging fruit. This hole, low-hanging fruit. We can put ourselves in the same spot. And with medium level clubs, you can easily get out to that spot. Shit, I'm having to use topspin boost and just to make up for the distance of the club and only the 5 topspin. All right, there you have it. That is the opening round. We'll see if that qualifies. I'll come in and look on it on Saturday, and we'll guess at it. I did talk to Dunner today, and I'm going to save my pro account, and I'm going to play my pro account. I'm just going to go out there and play it like I was playing one-on-one and just try and get minimum score. I'm not going to have a game plan. I'm just going to go play the holes. And we'll see what happens. But I'm going to play 77 sometime today. I'm not sure. I'm going to the coast today, so I'm not sure if I'll play it before or after. See you then. Be safe. And subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. Point out all my mistakes. I'm sure I make, because I'm doing it live, I don't edit it. It's not scripted. It's none of that shit. It's just live. It's me talking. So I know I make tons of mistakes where I think that I pulled it from one way and got it wrong, or I think I did the wind adjustment right and I fucked it up by a ring, and I make shit tons of mistakes. That's because I'm a rookie. Thanks for watching.